When a woman tells you no, it is often not for the reasons you think. In reality, most people don't really know what they want or why they want what they want. And in this video, you will learn why certain women might be more inclined to sleeping with you than you thought. First of all, you have a massive misconception about the difference between what she wants and what she actually responds to. And she might have a confusion between both sometimes too. When she thinks that she doesn't like a guy like you or that she would never date somebody like you, sometimes it is true, but sometimes it is simply because she has rehearsed or she has been taught she should not date guys like you. But where does that belief come from? Sometimes it is only from her conscious mind and not from her unconscious mind. Her unconscious mind is what she's responding to and getting wet with sometimes, hearing about somebody who might tantalize her feelings and thoughts in different ways, and sometimes she says no because she has been taught that she should not date a guy who's not rich, who's not like that, who's not here. And where does that come from? Is it really coming from herself or what she has been taught to believe? The reason it is interesting is because when you change her emotional state in your presence, she might have or you might create bridges between both of those categories, between what she thinks she wants in a guy and what her body and mind are actually responding to when she stops controlling her thoughts. Changing her emotional state might be as simple as getting her to have more fun. When she's laughing, when she's having a lot of fun, like in a club dancing and being tipsy or a bit drunk, her emotional state might change and all the barriers she had in her mind for not sleeping with a guy like you might simply melt and drop. Also because the more fun she is having or the more emotions she is feeling, the less thinking she is doing, and the less she thinks, the less you go through the filters of her mind and what she has been taught to believe about men like you, and she's acting more spontaneously. And spontaneity is all we want when we want sex to be easier and faster in our lives. Also, those categories will melt and drop when she feels like she can really trust you. And trust is not something many guys understand. They think, oh, because she shared with me her Instagram, she trusts me. No, she doesn't trust you just because she gave you some information. She trusts you once she starts revealing to you things she's normally not revealing to people she doesn't know that well. Or sometimes this is mixing simply because, women being human beings just like you and I know that might seem complex to understand, but yes, they actually are human beings like you. Then sometimes they simply need to be reassured because they had a bad day, because something bad happened in their life, and sometimes in those cases they look for sex in a way to feel cared for by somebody. But sometimes some of them are kind of low self-esteem and they have trouble to accept that they deserve a man to be with them, and therefore they might look for easy sex, which is easier to get for women. They might look for easy sex just because they want to find some validation. It's a kind of a dark concept. I'm not saying you should target women like this, just saying that everything she says consciously that she doesn't like in a guy might be completely written again in her mind when her emotional state is shifting. So all of that to say, whenever you are hearing no, it simply means not yet. It doesn't mean no, it means not yet. Nothing where you should force in any way, but it means that even remaining subtle and charming, you might get the response you want later by being patient and by changing the state she's in through your conversation. Which is exactly the topic of the method you find down below in the description, where I talk about complete connections, a kind of connection process where you don't have to manipulate or anything like this. You simply create a real connection with her through the way you speak, through the way you behave around her, and you display the attitudes that are much more likely to create an emotional connection in her mind and in herself, so that she feels compelled to join you at the end of the night, even if she thought she would not sleep with you tonight. But before getting there, I would like to give you some hints about how to confuse or disturb the conscious mind and conscious limitations. I know it is not something I should talk about because hypnotists are not supposed to talk about this in this context, but I don't really care because it is my channel and I can do whatever I want. What I mean by disturbing the conscious mind is that usually in therapy or in coaching, we target the limiting beliefs of somebody to get them to loosen up their defenses so that they uncover new possibilities. In the context of coaching and therapy, that simply looks like a positive skill to have. In the context of dating, though, I have been told to not use those methods because it would be too manipulative. And since I don't really give a shit about my conscious limitations either, I still tried it. And I discovered it was fine because in the end, I can't really force somebody against her will anyway. You can't do that either. It is usually a myth. This is simply, in my opinion, to open people to their own possibilities, including sexually. In that sense, yes, I might have been pushed the bar too far sometimes, but I will just give you some hints here for educational purpose only. Let's say she gives you all her reasons, all her criteria. I only sleep with a guy who XYZ, because if the guy is not rich, doesn't have this and that, then I won't sleep with him. For example, I met a woman recently that I wish to not meet again, who said I would never date a guy again who has female friends because the last boyfriend she had cheated on her with his female best friend. And she was so annoying talking about it that I didn't even want to reframe her beliefs or anything, but just to tell you that most women will subjectively give you reasons that are really based in complete shit for why they should not sleep with you. So instead of listening to that and empathize too much in those cases, you can simply reframe that if and only if you are really interested in sleeping with her. Examples I have used quite often using the magical linguistics model that I have created based on sleight of mouth. For example, have you ever slept with someone who did not have that? So whatever criteria she's giving you for, oh yeah, he has to be rich, he has to be this and that, oh, that's very interesting, and validate her choice first. Say, oh yeah, of course it is very important to have a guy who has those criteria. Now, I'm just curious about one thing in particular. Have you ever slept in your past with a guy who did not have those qualities? Mentioning and drifting her mind toward the past. Then, if such a thing never happened, I would drift toward the future with a resulting outcome, asking if someday, eventually, hypothetically, you were to actually sleep with someone who does not have those qualities, but for some reason you're still compelled in a legit, in an honest way to sleep with him. What do you think would make you still choose to sleep with that guy even if he didn't have the qualities you wanted? Those rhetorical questions are things I have developed, not invented, but developed in that simplified model to confuse people's limitations in therapy. Did I therefore also use that in dating? You bet I did. And obviously I'm never pushing that too far because that can really fuck up somebody's mind if you keep trying to confuse them all the time. But I just like to be flirtatious with those questions, getting her, challenging her sometimes, pushing her buttons just a little bit to see how strong, how firm and how truthful she is in her assumptions of the guys she wants. Is it really based on what she loves in a guy, or is it just based on what her friends told her, all her feminist friend, yes I said feminist, told her about what she should want or should not want? In that case, maybe she doesn't even know what she wants deep down. So by using some of those questions, I noticed I could not confuse in a serious way, but challenge a woman whenever she thinks she shouldn't, she has those rules, whatever, and that she would never date a guy like me, or because I want open relationships, then she would never want to have anything to do with me. Yeah, fine, blah, 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 blah. Later in the night, something still happens with her. I'm not saying I slept with all of them, definitely not, but some things sometimes do happen because I still challenge their mind's limitations and I can get inside their mind and somehow inside a different parts of her body so that I noticed the connection was still possible even if she thought no connection was possible between me and her. But the last thing I could tell you about this process is when she seems stuck-minded on something, or you don't really know how to make things move forward because the conversation has kind of been looping in circles for too long, or maybe she has mentioned something negative and now the mood is getting low in the conversation. One thing extremely useful is to simply change location. Change the place, just go for a walk outside the bar, the restaurant you are in, for example. First of all, because it tends to create more trust. When she's building memories of you and her together in multiple places, it is a simple cognitive mechanism with memory, long story short. And also because if anything negative has been mentioned, or if she was kind of in a low mood in the place you were in, then changing the place might deactivate or disable all the negative anchors that might have been planted with the place that she was in, that both of you were in at this point. And then you can create a new anchor in a different place around. And also notice here, if she had an opportunity to leave, or if she told you she had to leave by 9 p.m. whatever, or 10 p.m. and now it's already later and she's staying with you without interrupting and without telling you she has to go, that basically means she likes you. Stop over-intellectualizing, that means she likes you and you can make things move forward. But obviously, I know many guys have trouble with real connections because they think too logically. They only think in logical structures, they have trouble letting go and letting those emotions, letting their own unconscious mind, therefore, lead the way in an assertive but flexible manner. And if you have trouble to do all of that, I have a complete method down below called the Connection Accelerator, that will teach you exactly how to get from a basic conversation to an amplified emotional connection, but something real. So it means you can't really, or I don't think you can, fake basic chemistry. There still has to be basic chemistry between the two of you, but the ones with whom you have chemistry and you don't know how to make things move forward faster than you expected, this is exactly where you will learn it. How to develop those emotional connections, what kind of topics of conversation to use, and how to get past all the potential barriers that blocked you also, because she has barriers, but maybe you also have barriers. If you think you're not tall enough to date girls who look good, whatever, you may have barriers, and you will learn how to untangle all of that with the processes I showed a little bit in this video, and you will simply feel more free to date whoever you want, whenever you want to. This is down below. Thank you very much for watching and see you soon in the next video.